Yeah, this is Vinay Teja. Welcome to my channel. From this video on, we are starting a new series called Reagent Series. Reagent Series, especially for IIT, JAM, CSIR and GATE exam. And our regular courses will run parallelly. Apart from that regular courses, this reagent series we are going to teach the reagents in the reagent series. So let's begin with our topic. There are basically three types of reagents. We all very well know. First one is oxidizing reagents. Second one is reducing reagents, and organometallic reagents. So I will be making a separate series for organometallic reagent. Why? Because organometallic reagent has a separate fan base. That's why I will be making it separately. So in this series we will be discussing both oxidizing as well as the reducing agents. So first of all, I will discuss the oxidizing agent. So you know very well what is meant by oxidation. So everybody knows addition of oxygen is oxidizing, and see, removal of hydrogen is also oxidizing, removal of electrons constitutes oxidizing, and as well as the formation of double bond is called as a oxidizing. Yeah, let's discuss about the oxidation. So example, if I take RCH2OH, upon oxidation, any oxidizing agent, let's just consider upon oxidation RC double bond OH. So alcohol is converted into aldehyde. This is the example of oxidation. See here, count the number of hydrogens here and here, reactant side and product side. So reactant side hydrogens are more. So removal of hydrogen also constitutes for oxidation. Next we will move on to another thing. This species upon oxidation is converted into addition of oxygen directly. It is also oxidation. Addition of oxygen, it is also constitutes for oxygen. Okay, and also the formation of the double bond. Also constitutes for oxygen. So this species to this species, it is also oxidation only. So check the number of hydrogens here at this place. So see here, only one. So removal of hydrogens taking place, that also constitutes for oxidation. So in this topic, in this video, we are going to discuss about the first oxidizing agent, that is very important, which is nothing but DDQ. So shall we begin with the DDQ? Yeah, let's begin with the DDQ. Yeah, we will discuss about the DDQ in detail. DDQ is nothing but dichloro-dicyanobenzoquinone. I'll write here. This is the quinone skeleton, double bond O, dicyano, here chlorine loops. So dichloro-dicyanobenzoquinone, this is DDQ. So if you want to speak about the DDQ, it is a very electron deficient species. Look at this species carefully. Already having sp2 carbon atoms everywhere, and see, two oxygens are bonded with doubly bonded, and chlorine as well as the cyanide group, they are electron withdrawing groups. All the factor makes this DDQ electron deficient, so it readily approaches the electron rich species. Among them, active species are benzylic carbon as well as the allylic carbon. So in order to perform oxidation, at least one hydrogen should be present at allylic as well as the benzylic position. Without the hydrogens, DDQ will not approach this species. Another reaction might happen. Okay, so with the help of examples we will see how DDQ is going to act. Two equivalents of DDQ in benzene. So benzene is the perfect solvent for DDQ. Along with benzene you can use halobenzene also. Toluene also you can use. The best results are obtained when you use benzene as a solvent. Okay, so see here, if you carefully observe the species, this is the benzylic position. Am I correct? The carbon which is attached directly with benzene is called as benzylic carbon. Here two benzylic carbons are present, so both have equal chances to react first. Okay, so DDQ readily abstract hydride ion from allylic as well as the benzylic positions. Okay, so see how it is abstracting. So it will abstract like that, and these pi electrons move here, these pi electrons move here, and these pi electrons move like this. So DDQ is converted into OH, thus pi bond is shifted here, this one is shifted here, resulting in aromatization O minus. We will be getting O minus, am I correct? And the remaining groups as it is. So hydride ion is abstracted. So hydride ion is abstracted. So after abstraction of hydride ion, what is the species formed? A carbocation is generated. Hydride ion is abstracted, correct? So that makes this carbon electron deficient and resulted in the formation of a carbocation. And see this, it is a benzylic carbocation. It is stabilized. Even though it is stabilized, it is much reactive. So it readily undergoes dehydration reaction, dehydrogenation reactions. So that sigma electron shift here, and see this proton which is eliminated will be abstracted by that DDQ, that is this skeleton. It will move there, resulting in the formation of a double bond is generated here. So this is about the dehydrogenation reaction. What we have used two equivalents, right? In the reaction mixture another equivalent is present. So see here, after this an allylic position is generated. Am I correct? An allylic position is generated here. So that allylic position will react. So the same another equivalent of DDQ will react, resulting in the formation of a carbocation here, and the sigma electrons migrate here. Dehydrogenation happens, resulting in the formation of this species, aromatized species. So the main application of DDQ is, the DDQ is used to aromatize. Okay, it involves in aromatization reactions. The main application of DDQ is that. So we will see the another applications of the DDQ. Not only aromatization, we have seen dehydrogenation reactions, right? So applications of DDQ, if you discuss, first application is dehydrogenation. It involves in dehydrogenation reaction. And second one, dehydrogenative cyclization. Third one, just now we have discussed, aromatization. And the fourth and important one is deprotection. It is very important. And upon deprotection, I think 2 to 3 times in the previous years they have asked regarding this deprotection scheme using DDQ. Okay, so I will be solving problems on D-protection too. Let's take another example and prove aromatization. I am taking this species. See here, this is allyl position, right? So what if you use one molecule of DDQ? A carbocation is generated here. So whatever the hydrogen is there, that is CH bond is there, that electrons migrates here and resulted in the formation of here. Correct. So another allyl position is generated. So what if you use another molecule of DDQ? A carbocation is generated there. A carbocation is generated here. See here, hydrogen will be present here, that CH electrons migrate, shift here, resulting in the formation of benzene. Aromatic compound. Benzene is an aromatic compound, we all know. So DDQ, how many equivalents of DDQ is used here? 2 equivalents of DDQ is used. So we spent 2 equivalents of DDQ. So at the expense of 1 equivalent of DDQ, 1 double bond is generated. Okay, at the expense of each DDQ, 1 double bond is generated. If you use 2 DDQ, you will be getting 2 double bond. Yeah, let's consider the cyclization reaction. So 1 molecule of DDQ in benzene C6H6. So identify the benzylic position. So the only benzylic position present is this one, and it contains 2 hydrogens, correct? So that DDQ will abstract the hydride ion from here, generating the carbocation. I am directly generating carbocation. No need to again explain the mechanism, right? It is easy. O bond H here, and a carbocation is generated. Now see, in order to stabilize this carbocation, the electrons migrates here and this electrons migrates here, resulting in the formation of a species like this. One here, a double bond O is generated here, and C double bond and C double bond. Okay, and proton is outside. So after that, it is not a stable one. Why? Because de-aromatization is happening here. That is not favorable. So here what happens? Electrocyclic ring closing reaction will happen. How it is going to happen? Oxygen contains lone pair of electrons. That lone pair of electrons move towards here, and this shift here, and like this. This is electrocyclic ring closure. Electrocyclic ring closing will occur, and the aromatic character is retained. And see, pi bond is shifting here, right? Yeah, this type of species is formed. Yeah, let's take a previous year CSIR problem and let's try to solve it. Okay, so from this single example we will learn dehydration as well as the D-protection. Both applications will apply here. Okay, so let's just begin. We know very well DDQ abstracts the most electron rich hydride ion. Okay, so the most electron rich among the species is, let's check here. So in the place of benzylic, in the benzylic position, instead of carbon, oxygen is there. So abstraction is ruled out here. Let's move on to this system. So it got benzylic position here. Yes, benzylic position is there and 2 hydrogens also present. And see, methoxy group is ortho para directing group. So at ortho and as well as the para position, electron density is more. This methoxy group is ortho para directing groups. It donates its electrons towards the ortho and para position. That makes the ortho as well as the para position electron rich. Due to that electron rich character, the DDQ will attract at this benzylic position. So let's just solve it. So the DDQ molecule will extract hydride ion from there, and see what happens. A carbocation is generated as usual. we know very well, a carbocation is generated. Methoxy group. Okay, so we have taken aqueous benzene. So aqueous benzene means there will be water molecule. So that water molecule will attack this electron deficient carbocation, that means this carbocation. So that carbocation is stable. Why? Because see here, methoxy group is there, no, it is donating its electron density towards ortho and para position. So this carbon is electron rich, in turn making this stable carbocation, that is benzylic stable carbocation. So what we will get here, we will get OH functional group inserted there, OH, and the group will be as it is, OH functional group. So this, after this lone pair move towards here and this bond is broken, so resulting in the formation of phenol-like skeleton. So here we will be getting plus an aldehyde group. Okay, these two are the products formed after the reaction of the species with DDQ. So here this is A. Why this is A? This is only got the nucleophilic character, and here an electrophile is there, that is the step 2. We will discuss the step 2 now by using this reagent. Okay, and we will find out what is B. We have find out A, we need to obtain B. Yeah, this is the product A we got. So A upon reaction with this kind of species, that is PHI and OAC in the presence of methanol, that is CH3OH. This lone pair upon oxygen will attack the iodine, thereby OAC will be the leaving group. And what is the product obtained here is O bond I bond PH. This is the product we have obtained. Okay, so electrons donated, oxygen will donate electron, in turn positive charge is generated, whatever the hydrogen bond is there will neutralize that and proton will be eliminated. So the byproduct is ACOH. So see, this is the intermediate we got. So after that what would be happening? See, here we got methanol in our reaction mixture. So this total group acts as electron withdrawing group. Why? Because already phenyl ring is electron withdrawing group, so it is attached to electronegative atom. So the total group will act as electron withdrawing group. Thereby, see here, it is meta directing group. Therefore, it will become meta directing group. So here we will be getting in general positive charges here, where ortho and para positions are electron deficient. So this methanol has the chance to attack here or ortho position or at para position, but it will be selectively attacking at this position, that is para position. Why? Because see here, it is bridged carbon atom. This carbocation is bridged, that makes it more reactive than the other carbocations. Why? Because bridging carbocation is not stable. Okay, that is why this methanol will attack here. So this methanol will be selectively attacking here, and this pi bond shifts here, and this will shift here, and it will become the leaving group. Okay, so final product obtained here is, so methanol is attacked here, no, that is OMe group, you know. So positive charge is generated. In order to stabilize that positive charge, it will take the electron from this hydrogen bonding, thereby removing proton from the mixture. This pi bond is shifted here, so we got pi bond here, and see here double bond O double bond O, and C double bond here remains as it is. So this is the quinine type skeleton we got. This is the product B. I hope this option is C in examination if I am not wrong. So we got both A as well as the B. It is a very important reagent. So if you observe the whole, so let's take the example again, same example I am taking. So this is the species we got, OMe, right? So DDQ, this is the benzyl protection, OBN. This is the benzyl protecting group, OBN. Simply we can say DDQ is deprotecting benzyl protecting group. It is deprotecting that benzyl functional group. So we can say DDQ acts as the deprotecting agent by abstracting the hydride ion. Okay, so simply it is deprotecting. Yes or no? After deprotection we are getting this. So what it is protecting? That benzyl group is protecting alcohols. So the best functional group to protect the alcohol is benzyl functional group. So in many cases benzyl chloride is used for protecting alcohols. So how it is happening? So alcohols in general, nucleophilic substitution reaction, simple SN2 reaction here is happening. So after that what is forming? ROBN. BN is nothing but benzyl functional group. So it is also a best reagent to deprotect the benzyl functional group, that is OBN functional group. So this is the one of the important example. Clear? So we will just find out another example. We have seen that dehydrogenations resulted in general, dehydrogenations resulted in formation of the double bond. Say for example, we have seen this type of molecule where upon adding DDQ we will be getting this type of species, and after adding another DDQ we will be getting like this. So there has the possibility of dehydration. So what if dehydrogenation is not possible? Say for example, if I take this species, if dehydrogenation is happening here, that pi bond should migrate here, resulting in the formation of an unstable species. So here dehydrogenation is not possible. So in that case what would happen? Let's see. So same, I am adding 1 mole of DDQ. So after adding DDQ, it will abstract one hydride ion. So CH2 double bond, CH bond, CH2, a carbocation is generated. So here our DDQ will be, I can represent DDQ like this. Can I represent DDQ like this? Why? Because see here, what is that formation? This is the thing, right? Actual DDQ, dichloro dicyano benzoquinone. So after abstracting hydride ion, it will become what, ma? So this will shift like this, and this will shift like this, and this will shift. So therefore formation of a phenol like skeleton, OH will be formed here, and the ring will be hermetized. Here we will be getting O-, and groups will be as it is. So I am representing simply this total group as Q and O- as it is. Okay, so no need to write all the things. So you have understood the mechanism too. So what happens? This O- acts as a nucleophile again, weak nucleophile. This O- act as a weak nucleophile, and see, this is allyl carbocation. Allyl carbocation is stable and as well as the reactive too. So this weak nucleophile will attack here, resulting in the formation of CH2 double bond, CH bond, CH2 and OQOH. So I am adding 1 mole DDQ here. I am adding 1 mole DDQ. So still hydrogens are there. So it will abstract the hydride ion from here, this species, that is allyl carbon, and same again a carbocation is generated. And this is as it is, OQOH. So again another species is formed, right? We have used another equivalent, so we will be getting O- again QOH. This will react here, this carbocation, and result in the formation of CHOQOH. Here also OQOH. So this type of species is formed. So if it is undergoing, so if we make it to undergo acid hydrolysis, so treat it with acid, any protic acid, then see this total group will be dehydrated and we will be getting CH2 double bond CH. We will be getting oxygen, that means aldehyde we will be getting. So if there is no possibility for dehydrogenation, oxygen is inserted or oxygen is added. That means this CH functional group is converted into aldehyde. Very important reagent, right? So it happens both in allylic as well as the benzylic positions. So the best way to convert allyl and benzyl carbon into aldehyde is by adding DDQ. How many DDQs are spent here? Here I have used 2 equivalents of DDQ. So upon spending 2 equivalents of DDQ, instead of dehydrogenation is happening here, aldehyde is generated. So it is also oxidized product. Am I clear? So this is the best example. So if you replace it with any benzyl group, you will be obtaining the same result. Yeah, similarly this benzyl, allyl is replaced by benzyl functional group, imagine. So see the same skeleton, right? So we got this group and it is converted into what? CH double bond CH bond CH4. Similar type of reaction is going to happen, okay, with regarding to allyl as well as the benzyl functional group. So this is the best example. So it got, this problem appeared in the year I think 2016 upon DDQ. So only they will ask from dehydrogenation followed by deproduction, dehydrogenation followed by reproduction, and as well as the aromatization. So I hope this is sufficient for you. If I speak a lot about it, there is a lot to discuss with the DDQ, but they are not much important. You can easily solve by using dehydrogenation, simple dehydrogenation. So you know very well where dehydrogenation will happen. So what if dehydrogenation is not happening? So simply aldehyde functional group appears or oxygen will add upon the functional group. Okay. So I hope you have understood the DDQ very well. So maximum the problems will frame from this topic only, from this lecture only, not more than that. Well, because see, there is nothing much about the DDQ. You don't have to mug up all the things. You just have to understand the mechanism. You can easily solve it. So in the coming class, in the next lecture, we will be discussing about the selenium dioxide, and parallelly I will be discussing the regular courses in the our channel. Regular courses will also be done. Parallel to that, I will be making the reagent series for especially CSIR, NET, SET and GATE aspirants. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe our channel, like our video, and don't forget to comment down below, and we will value your comments, and press the bell icon. Thank you.